Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Jimbo VR. Today we are in the F-18 Hornet and we're going to be doing some air-to-air refueling, and we're also going to be landing on a carrier. So we're going to be doing our best. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get this aircraft fired up. We're going to start off by turning on the battery. We're going to turn on the generators, and we're also going to turn on the APU here. I've also got a couple different settings for this stream here that should hopefully improve the quality of it. I've got a 1080p monitor finally, so this should hopefully give you guys the highest fidelity. And I've also switched the settings up so that they're going to be showing on medium fidelity instead of the low texture settings in DCS, so it should be giving us a little bit of a higher resolution here. So you guys let me know how it looks. If it looks good, then I will definitely keep it as it is. If it looks terrible, I will constantly try to improve it. But in the meantime, I'm starting up the left engine here. I'm going to be setting my bingo level. What I'm basically trying to do is just get a loadout filled with enough air-to-air missiles so that if I find any sort of resistance on the way to the tanker or to the ship, that I should be able to handle it.
Roll left.
We're getting all the engines started, and while we do that, we'll go ahead and turn on the NPCDs. Got some pretty terrible frames here. I don't know if it's because of the quality that I set in the settings, or if it's just because of the fact that I'm on the ground surrounded by a bunch of entities. But nonetheless, we're going to get the second engine started up here. Got the INS already begun. We've got the radar set to operational, and as you guys know, we have the laser system set to arm. We got the laser spot tracker set to norm. Got that set to on. We have the countermeasures set to on. Turning on the RWR. Resetting the flight controls here. Both engines are spooled up. We can turn off the APU. We're just waiting a little bit longer here for the INS to align. Getting the radar configured on the right page, and we'll have the stores configured on the left page. Actually, for the left page, we're going to switch this to the situational awareness. We can turn on our heads-up display. What we're going to try to do is land at the CVN 74. But on the way there, we're going to try to air-to-air refuel with Texaco 11. So we have the option to do that here. With the tanker, 257 megahertz on the AM. So we're going to go ahead and switch to 257. Alright, got it set to 257. Got the data link turned on. ILS turned on, and the TACAN turned on. Alright, the INS should be set. We're going to go ahead and set that to nav. And on the ejection seat. Seems like everything is set to go. We're going to take off the parking brake. Alright, I don't really know why it's not showing the pilot's body. Oh, there it goes. Alright, perfect. Alright, so the Stennis is 39 X-ray. Excellent, that's what I needed to see. 39 on the tack end, it should show up here. 39 X-ray. ATC is 127,500. Alright. Maybe it's not locating because we're too far down. But normally the tack end works perfectly fine. Alright, we're just going to go ahead and taxi out here. Turn on our lights.
Colt 1, request takeoff.
Looks like we're taxiing for takeoff by a couple, I guess A310s. Alright, we're going to be taking off and heading pretty much to the west. To the southwest, about 250. Alright, time to drop the canopy here. Alright, no one's on landing. Flaps are coming down. Lining up center line. Trimming back just a little bit. Alright, going to mill. And slight pull.
Cold 1, unable to clear for takeoff.
170.
Unable to clear for takeoff.
Alright, got the nose coming up.
Cold 1, unable to clear for takeoff.
Gear up.
Cold 1, unable to clear for takeoff.
Flaps up. Oh my gosh, this dude is making it pretty clear that he cannot clear me for takeoff. Let's just go ahead and abort that if we
Colt
can.
1, abort takeoff.
Alright, let's see if we can contact the tanker here, 257.
1-1, Colt 1, request rejoin. Colt 1, technical proceed to pre-contact at 25,000 at 140.
25,140. Alright. I'll go ahead and set the tack in here. Taking off from Damascus. We're heading to the west, slightly southwest. Checking the radar here, making sure that there's nothing that I'm going to be intercepting on the way. Trying to stay away from these SAMs as well. Alright, we're going to turn the lights off here since we're going into combat. Gonna try to knock down that fuel flow by going out of burner here. Setting the standby ADI. Alright, and we're getting spiked. Getting spiked by an SA-2. Coming from behind us. It shouldn't be much of an issue because we're flying away from it. But now we're starting to pick up the Stennis. 66 miles, heading 260. However, we still need to do the air-to-air refueling. So that's going to be directly south. So I'm going to start heading to the south, cook up some fuel here. About heading 180. And what we're trying to do here is just get at least under 8,000 pounds of fuel on each of the tanks, so that by the time we get to the tanker, we'll be able to refuel for a little bit, and then by the time we get to the boat, we'll be able to burn enough of that fuel. Alright, we're heading in the right direction for Texaco 11. Should be able to see it on the radar here. I think this is it. I'm going to keep locked onto it. It's 40 miles, closing in at about 530 knots. But everything should be pretty clear on the heads-up display. With the new monitor, We got the 1080p monitor, the Oculus Quest 3. We've got the stabilization setting on the movement here, so it shouldn't be so jittery. So with all of these parameters, ideally, we should have a super crisp image. And I'm recording in 1080p as well, so guys, let me know if on the stream everything's looking nice and crisp. Let me know in the comments, please. And also, if you're enjoying this type of stream and you're enjoying the content that we got going on here, definitely make sure to subscribe for more and hop in the Discord, Whisper DCS Discord that is, so you can join a community of like-minded aviators and enthusiasts who help us decide what type of missions and what type of content to put out for you all. We also try to do more milsim style content where everything is specifically simulated to represent accuracy of real historic events. So if you're interested in things like that, definitely check us out. We have a couple videos related to it, and we're planning on making more content like that in the future. But what we're doing now is approaching here at about 27 miles out, according to the heads-up display. We're still 60 miles out from the Stennis, but we're aiming to refuel first. We're heading a little bit off of the heading necessary for the Stennis. Obviously for the Stennis we need to be going about 290. Right now we're heading about 185, so not quite going the right direction, but that's because we need to refuel first. So I'm just going full burner here. Once I get close enough, about 15 miles out, then I'll switch the lights on. But we have a lock, as you can see here, locked onto the target. So we're just approaching. The target is our tanker, the SB-10, or the S3 Bravo, my apologies. This aircraft here. Which looks like it's making a U-turn, so we're gonna kind of follow along its flight path. See where it's going here. Alright, he's just going to make it nice and easy. I'm going to go ahead, start pulling aft on the stick here. Put the nose way high. And I'm going to flip this thing over here. And then nose down, which is going to put me right behind the refueler. Alright, we're going to have to pull a couple G's here. Alright. And like I said, in perfect formation. Alright, so let's go ahead and see if we can actually get some fuel from this thing. Gotta fly insanely slow. Pretty ridiculous how slow this thing is flying at such an altitude. My alpha is absolutely ridiculous right now. Look at this. Look at this. That is not a normal angle of attack. You know, I gotta say, I don't think it's gonna be possible to get any fuel at this angle of attack. But we're still gonna try. Because why not?
Ready, pre-contact. Cleared contact.
Oh my gosh, they actually cleared the contact. That is just ridiculous on the first try. Alright, we're starting to pick up some speed here. Thank goodness this thing is picking up speed. That's absolutely what we needed. Looks like they put the nose down a little bit. They're definitely accelerating. Alright. I see the basket. We're going fast enough we might be able to do this. Seems like they're holding around 200 knots. I don't know if someone's actually flying in this thing or not, but they're kind of squirrely. Alright, we've got the probe coming out. This is not going to be easy, I must say. Because the tanker itself is actually moving slightly. It's kind of flying up and down a little bit. Alright. Getting closer. Oh, almost. This is tough. I gotta say, this angle of attack is making it a little harder than you would think. Maybe if I drop the flaps. Let's see. Alright, put the flaps down here. Oh, that's making things a little bit easier here. Alright. Alright. Alright, slam dunk.
You're taking fuel.
Oh, I'm gonna bounce out. Yep. Knew it.
Return pre-contact.
Gotta stay in play. Alright.
Contact. You're taking fuel.
Nice. Nice. I basically have to go full burner. I'm almost full throttle here just to hold this thing in place. But I'm making it work at 200 knots. Super high angle of attack here.
Return pre-contact.
Whoa. Oh, we're doing a turn? Perfect. Couldn't be any easier. Let's see if we can get it. Alright, I think I got this.
Contact. You're taking fuel.
Straight into the sunset. Now we're talking.
Return pre-contact. Contact. You're taking fuel.
That's so convenient. They have lights on the side of the plane, on the side of the fuselage for the fueling probe that tell you what's going on with the basket, whether it's providing fuel or if the fuel flow has ceased. But we're definitely increasing. We're at 14,000 now. $14,500. There's definitely a lot of wake turbulence that I'm trying to deal with here. That's why I'm moving pretty rapidly. As you can see, my stick and throttle have to be moving around quite a bit just to keep this thing stabilized.
Return free contact. Contact. You're taking fuel. Return free contact.
Ooh. I'm gonna dip off to the side here. I think that should be enough. 16,000. I'm gonna abort the rejoin here.
Abort rejoin.
That's just in the basket back in. Do I have my speed brake out? No, speed brake is in. It's just flying at such a low AOA is just so tough. Alright, I guess this is an extremely high AOA. Because flying at such a low speed at this high AOA is pretty difficult. Gotta give props to these pilots though for helping me out. Grab that extra fuel I needed. Alright. Time to head to the boat. Alright, boat's going to be heading 308 for 64 miles here. So we're going to go ahead and turn a little bit more to the left here. About to our 9 o'clock. So far, nothing on radar. We're gonna check the sea radar here. Should be able to see the ship. I think this is it right here. Because there is a group of them. Let me see. The group of them might actually be the carrier. Yeah, that's true. So we're going to be headed to this carrier group way out in the distance. About... yeah, it's about heading 310 or 305. Yeah, both the targeting point on the HSD here and the TACAN are lining up relatively at the same heading and the same distance. So now I know I'm definitely going to the right spot. I'm going to be contacting this Dennis here. Setting. Let's see. It's ATC is 127.500. So we're going to switch to 127.500. And now we'll go ahead and call them up.
Marshall 420. Marking Mops 122.45. Angels 28.5. State 14.5.
Oh, they didn't respond? Alright, we're going to have to switch to COM 1. 127.500.
Marshall 420. Marking Mops 121.40. Angels 32.5. State 14.2.
Oh, they're not even responding. We're going to try 339. That's link 4. I highly doubt 339 is going to work, but we're going to try it.
Marshall 420. Marking Mops 120.35. Angels 34.5. State 14.0.
Alright, so what that means is we're basically telling who's calling. Marking bombs is what heading we are in relation to the boat. So the boat's in front of us at 300, so we're 180 degrees from 300, which would be 120. And at 35 is Angels 35, so 3,000, 35,000 in this case. And we tell them our fuel state as well. So in this case we've got 10. Alright, I guess this is 100. But I still need to get that dialed in perfectly. Let's go here and run that back one more time.
Marshall 420.
Oh my gosh, this dude said turbine guy says howdy. Turbine guy, what the heck? Gas turbine, this is way past your bedtime. Jack says, what's good, Jimbo? What is good? Alright, so now we got Marker Moms 118. Angels 35. About 23 miles out. 13,000. We're going to start our descent here. We'll flip this thing over. Yeah, I think I'm starting to see the boats here. I'm going to turn down the heads-up display.
Altitude.
Turn down the HMD. Turbine guy says, boom, boom, where's Whisper? Bro, it's way past Whisper's bedtime, man. He would never be doing a live stream at this time, and normally I wouldn't either, but the current situation entails that this is my availability for doing streams at the moment. However, it'll probably switch to more reasonable times, like how it normally is when Whisper and I stream. But the next time that I'll be streaming will probably be with Whisper, so that'll be coming up here maybe in a day or two. But yo, Gas, be honest, bro. How is this stream looking compared to the other streams? Because this one has got the new monitor, which is running at 1080p. I've switched the resolution to 1080p. I've switched the capture to 1080p. I'm running it on Oculus 3. And I'm using a stabilization setting. So like my movements should be a lot more stable instead of like super jittery like how they used to be. So let a brother know if it's any better or if it's exactly the same as like the last 2 streams. Alright, we're gonna do a shit hot break here. It's too late. I can't help it. This is what happens with all that G-lock. Alright. I'm not going to go for protocol. The ship is not responding to me. I don't know what to tell you. I'm trying my best here.
420. Marking mops 095. 41. Angels 13.5. State 11.1.
We're just gonna try to land this thing. That's what's gonna go down. It says, "Oh boy, looks good." You the man. You the man with the plan, Gas. Gas, I'm so glad that you got Syria. Whisper and I are gonna design a mission specifically in Syria so that you can fly with us. And since you got Syria, you should probably let us know what aircraft you want to fly in that map. Because we would love to fly whatever you prefer. We're going to host a poll on the Discord, of course. But you should let us know what other things you want to fly as well. He said you looked away and you heard me straining. Yeah. Dude, the strain is real, man. That G-lock is no joke. Sometimes it just gets the best of me, man. What can I say? What am I supposed to hold it in? I can't. It's taken over. Alright. Here we go. We're gonna see if we can land this thing, boys. We got the hook coming down.
Altitude. Altitude.
We got Betty screaming at me. I'm trying to find the boat. I think I see the boat. Alright. He says, I feel you. I'm glad you feel me, man. I'm glad you feel me, man. Alright, we're going to switch this to the FCR page here. So, where the heck is that? Alright, here we go. FCS. And we're going to switch this to the engine page. Because, forget Whisper, I'm not putting that on the HUD display. I will put this one on the HUD. Even though he says the HUD goes on the left, I do not care. He's going to see this and disown me as a friend, but that's besides the point. Alright, flaps coming down here. We are approaching 260. We got the speed brake coming out. Just slow me down a little bit here. Flaps coming down, gear coming down. Alright. Gonna fly the meatball. Gonna kind of trim this out a little bit here. Oh, I'm super diagonal. We're not going to discuss that. I'm also extremely fast. We're not going to discuss that either. This is probably going to be a bolter, but that's besides the point. Here we go. Here we go. It might not. It might be. It probably is. Oh, my back just broke. My back just broke. I just broke my back. My back is broke. I broke my back. I broke my... Oh, man. You know what? We didn't need that anyway. We didn't need that stuff. Whatever this beeping and this light is indicating probably isn't anything that is any of concern to me. I don't need to worry about what that light means. I don't need that. That's what the crew chief needs to worry about. I have nothing to do with that. What is this? Can I turn? Can I turn the air? No. No, we cannot turn the aircraft. Can I? Yeah, so, like I said, that's how you do a landing, my friend. Look, there's nothing wrong. There's absolutely nothing wrong with the aircraft. You want me to show you? Look. There's nothing wrong with the gear. See? Gear's totally fine. Gear's totally fine. Nothing wrong with the yep, nothing wrong with this gear. No, no, there's nothing wrong with it. Look, that's how it's supposed to look. That's how it's supposed to look. Yeah, see? See? That's with the metal in the ground. That's that's how it's supposed to look. So, guys, if you want to know how to land perfectly, just run back the video a little bit. I'll show you how to do it. This is a perfect landing right here. That's all you need to know how to do. All right, we're gonna see if we can take off and land this again. We'll do it a little bit better this time. Yeah, dude, it's all goog. It's all goog. It's all goog, bro. It's all goog. Here we go. 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 Yes. All right. All right. All right, folks. Well, that's how you do a successful sortie. We took off. We landed. Might have broken some gear. Might not have. That's up to you to decide. But if you did enjoy the stream, subscribe for more. Gats, I'll see you in the next one. And the rest of you, peace.